Throughout my high school career, I'd say I've learned a lot, given that I'm a kid who moved from LA, right, which has a very, very, very different way of doing a lot of things. I had to change a lot of the things that I did on a regular basis. And I think that I've learned a lot when it comes to not only educational goals, but as well as emotional ones. I've learned to focus on school itself. I actually try. I want to try. I want to see how far I can go. And these are goals that I never had before. I did things like chemistry, which I never thought I'd do because in my last school, they didn't really offer a program like that. It wasn't important. I have much higher goals now that I've gone throughout the entirety of my high school career. Prom was a blast, and I'm really happy I went. This munchkin is my nephew Thomas. He was born October 9th, 2022. I love him so much, and he's going to grow up to be a menace. If you're wondering how I know he will be, because his siblings already are. One thing I can say also is after all this personal development that I've had throughout these past 3.5, 4 years, before I never really knew what I wanted to do with my life. I genuinely didn't. I had no one in my life, such as parents or role models, that could show me a path that really drew my attention and gave me interest in it. But I did eventually get into the gym, and once I started working out, I've known ever since then that I want to do something in regards to that for my career, for the rest of my life. My life goals to be successful are revolving around health. At 14, I was 250 pounds overweight with cardiovascular issues. After 3 years of hard work, I no longer am any of those things. Now, when it comes to books, however, I will admit I'm not the best at reading them consistently, that is. But there are a handful of books that I read in my high school career that really stuck out to me. I'd say there are three major ones that I think are just really good. Now, those three would be The Lord of the Flies, The Great Gatsby, and my number one is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. Now, we read it recently in my third period English class, and I don't know, there was something about it that just really drew my attention. I love that book. I've read every single page of that book. I think it's an amazing, amazing work of literature. It's just so captivating and has such a distorted way of social economic views that it almost makes sense. It's almost perceivable that it could exist in our own life. In the next few years, I plan to have my life not together, because I think that's not something most people have until their mid 30s, or at least until they're 30. But I'd like to have at least some sort of path already set up. I would like to be going a direction in which that I already know where I'm going, but I also have already planned for that. I'd like to have already completed community college, attending a four-year university. Well, I'm Sean Carroll, and that was my senior memoir. I just wanted to say thank you to all of those that were there for me and stood by me throughout all these years. High school may be over, but our life just started. Let's do this.